Nobody's home tonight, they're all at the
Come
meeting.
in, sit down.
Hey, George.
Waiting for it to come on.
There you go.
Hey,
Oh, we're on.
Mickey.
Okay.
Oh,
we are on.
Is it live yet or not?
We're live.
We're live now.
It don't look it.
Here we are.
Good evening and welcome to What's New. We have almost a full house tonight, so I think we're going to have Judith talk first. So.
Okay, and this is Brenda.
Wait a minute.
And she's gonna give you all the information. It's 50 years this year,
Katie?
right?
50 years, yep.
Thank you, give you the room.
Oh, you got each one of us a
Well,
bowl?
thank
We'll
you,
give Mary Ann
sweetheart.
one, thank you. We'll give Mary Ann one, and then one's for Don.
Okay, hold up.
Well, look at the nice bowls.
And we'll talk about that within.
Do I put it in my hair?
We can do that.
Those are pretty.
Does it look okay?
Beautiful.
Yeah. I don't know how I
One's for
did
Don.
Okay, Brenda, you can talk. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry about disrupting.
No, that's okay.
That's all right.
It's
Thank
Judy
you.
Fett's 50th anniversary. Our hours this year as always are the same. It's 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturday. Sunday we have 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And it's the usual. We have all the food booths back, the ones we had last year. All of our entertainment came back. They all asked to come back. Everybody just wants to come back. We got all of our shops downtown are going to participate in our window dressing. Thanks to Mary Ann and Bev Dunsey. They did a great job.
They did. What did
We
you got,
got
12?
12.
Got 12 windows.
Okay, great job. So, and we're going to have the classic car show on Saturday. They do a lot of kids activities, but the Hope Church is also going to be bringing in 3 bouncy houses, and we're going to set it up down there across from the car show on our new property, and it's going to kind of be like a kids zone.
Oh, okay.
But this is Saturday only because we didn't have enough help for Sunday. So, but anyway, we're going to do Saturday for the kids zone
Oh,
down
that'll
there.
be nice.
And then the cruise-in will be up here at the KC's on Sunday.
Oh,
Okay, there's 2 different car shows going on. The one down there Saturday is the classic cruisers, and the one up here is the cruise-in they call it. So I'm going to try to get a hold of one of our vendors. Her name is Val Marshall. She has been at every Judy Fett craft show except for one.
Yeah.
And and that one is because her house flooded. There was a flash flooding where she lives at, and she couldn't come, and she called Friday night. So I'm going to try to get a hold of her so we can have her at the opening ceremony. At our opening ceremony, we're going to have all the past kings and queens. We've invited all of them back. We're going to have our pioneer families, and we hope to have a very big crowd. Right now, our craft number is at 149, which we were trying to get 150, and we got phone calls still coming in.
Well, good.
great.
So,
So
really,
maybe it's gonna build back up, hopefully.
hopefully, yeah.
So is Rudy still up for bids?
He's still up for bids. We're gonna pull his winner out at either at the Judy Fett, or we may do it at our meeting on the
On the
past
afterwards.
yeah. So, but our park area is starting to look really nice. The house has come down, and we're talking our plans as to how we want to develop it, and try to get some room in there where we can put our RVs back a little farther back. Last year, one of the complaints we had was people, when they came down from the trestle down that little, they thought that was a camping area because they saw the RVs.
Oh.
Didn't realize we had crafters there. So we're going to put up some signs that say more crafters, in both ways out in the street, so that they know they can
There's
go.
crafters
Yeah.
backing up.
Yeah.
They had a pretty good crowd down there last
Yeah.
year, though, didn't they?
The people who know they're down there, I mean, they get
Well,
off,
yeah.
we have the 2 bus stops, one up down there by the bridge and then one up by the bank, US Bank. So they come both ways, and then when they want to leave, they don't have to go back to US Bank if that's where they got off at. They can get on down at the trestle too. It doesn't make any difference.
So they can load anywhere.
Right, right.
Anywhere they see the bus or
Yes.
the trolley or
Yeah.
whatever. What are they using this year? They gonna use a trolley?
No, we got 2 buses.
Just the buses?
Oh, that's good.
I mean, the trolley may do its thing, but we have 2 buses coming in
Okay.
from,
And Judith Fed brought back the windows for our people in town. They enjoy going, walking around on Friday evening, looking at the windows.
And you need a pat on the back for doing
Yes.
that,
No,
and
it's-
pat Bev on the back
If
when you
it
see
wouldn't
her.
been for Bev, she was my legs, because I can't do that anymore.
Well, you're walking a mile
But,
every day, aren't you?
Well, yeah, but that's
that's a rough mile.
a rough. And then
Yeah.
I have 3 judges from out of town, so there's
Oh.
nobody from here in town that do it, so
Yeah.
So
it'll
who's
all work
judging?
out good.
Who's the judges?
Well, I'm not gonna tell you who the judges are,
Well, why not?
Because we don't want you calling them and
because
influencing
they're
them.
from out of town. And they have no idea, I don't think, of anything, so.
Yeah. And they'll be,
Okay.
and Bev said they'll be up, they're supposed to be up
They're
the Wednesday before.
We'll judge the windows Wednesday, and then the jury Fed committee takes the judges out to eat, and
Well, that's nice.
for coming and judging, and I got the ribbons ready for the windows, and we got
Judy-
12 of them, so
Yep, and Judy Fett's gonna be giving out prize money. The first place gets
100
100,
and
second
75 and 50.
Well, that's nice.
An honorable mention, so
Yeah.
there's 4 places out of 12, so
yep,
That's just like an art
Is
contest.
that how many windows you're gonna have?
12 of them.
yeah.
That's,
That's a pretty
that's
good.
almost more than what I ended up with when I quit years ago.
Yeah.
How
I
many
think
did you
we
have
had-
then?
I think we had 10, so we got 2
Two more.
Huh,
Yeah.
That's
My
good.
antique tricycle was in one year.
Yep.
So,
Some of those windows I remember were so good,
Oh
so
my gosh,
I'm
they were
anxious to
awesome.
see
Do
them.
you have a theme?
Well, they have their own theme.
Oh, they can do their own
There's 3
theme.
categories that they're gonna be judged on. It's a theme that go with the windows, and how they came through it with authentic things, and if it's pleasing to the eye. So they'll have 10 points, and they'll judge them on each one of the 10 points.
I'm anxious to go down and look at them.
and hopefully they'll have them up for a couple, 3, 4 weeks after
Yeah.
that too. So that, people coming
People
into
can
town.
walk around and
Well, that'll
see
be
'em.
something for them to
Yeah.
look at on
Yeah.
Friday nights when they come in.
Yeah, and then I think that what do they call it, the renewal, the area down
Downtown
there,
renewal.
downtown renewal is gonna have a fall one where they're gonna paint the windows
Oh,
or
okay.
do something with the windows.
Yes, they are.
Got that all figured out, so.
Sounds good.
So that's good, because that brings people downtown to look,
Right.
you know.
And I want to mention also too, we got all the antique shops and our regular gift shops and the historical homes will be doing their tours that same weekend. So, and
And the Pioneers are meeting at the JB Valley House.
yes,
Does anybody know who the other one is besides the Shirley's? I know one of them's a Shirley's, but I don't
I don't
remember.
remember which ones they were.
Anybody out there listening and knows, give us a buzz.
Yep.
7675. Is that right?
So-
Yeah.
So anyway, we're just hoping for some cool weather,
And no rain.
no rain.
It would be nice if the weather would be about 75 degrees, 80 degrees.
Order it. Maybe they'll work.
I don't think I have that car.
Just pray a lot. And then also too, I think the Rotary's gonna be doing their duck races.
Yes,
again
I
this
saw
year.
the
yes, yeah.
advertisement for it.
Yeah, so, might need a little water down the creek there for that, but otherwise.
Yeah, they might just kind of creep down there instead of flying.
Well, that one year, it was rained so hard, the water came up almost to the top, and I said, they better start them ducks out at Mississippi Lime. You won't see them.
Oh,
But, yeah. But anyway,
Get that.
So Rudy's on the raffle yet, if
Yep.
anybody wants chances on it. It's a beautiful cedar reindeer for Christmas decoration, or you can leave it out all year long. It's outside.
yep,
You can use it outside or in. And
Where's
it's
it at?
Right now, it's out at the Cafe St. Genevieve. You can get a ticket, you can buy your tickets out there, or the Welcome Center has tickets also.
So if anybody doesn't have them, be sure to pick them up. It's very, very nice, and they donated. You want to give them a plug? They donated it. something we
Judy
do.
Thud donated it. We're trying to raise money for new decorations for Christmas, the banners, the new banners, and the hookups and everything for them. So,
Who's the artist?
he is out of Hillsboro. His name's Tim McGraw, not the singer.
Nice name.
Yes, but he's from out of Hillsboro. He does an excellent job.
He's
He's
fantastic.
donated one to us every year. Instead of paying for his booth, he gives us the bear. We've had,
He did an eagle.
he did one for the hospital, but
Yeah.
she talked him into doing an eagle instead of the bear. And we did Rudy this last year. Challenger baseball field got a really neat one for, bear. He had two cubs, one batting and one underneath him catching, and it was a really neat one. And then Downtown Renewal got one year, and the very first one we had was for the museum. So this year I'll have another bear, so the committee's going to have to decide where we're going to share him with. So, but yeah,
And that's very kind of him to do that.
yes, it is.
Because that's worth more than the price of the booth, for
Yes.
sure.
Yes,
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
the hospital did excellent on their
Oh,
on their
yes.
eagle, and so. But anyway.
And if anybody wants to donate to the banners,
Yeah, we're open for donations to the banner. If any organizations or any individuals wants to donate money for the banners, we're going to try to get enough of them so we can hang new ones up this year for Christmas.
And those will be across the streets like
Mhm.
they are.
Yeah.
Along the street like
Yeah.
they are now.
Yeah,
And replace the old with the new.
with the new. Yep.
Okay.
And that's all I had.
Well, lots of luck with
Oh.
you.
Yes, hopefully we have a nice crowd, nice weather.
Yep. Find more spaces.
And 50 years, everybody remember that.
Yes,
Judith
50
Fest,
years.
50 years old this year.
Yeah. So, but I really want to thank the Hope Church. They helped us out a lot with the Kids Zone, with bringing in, they're going to volunteer their services. They're bringing in the bouncy
Oh,
houses.
they have the bouncies already.
Yep.
Oh, that's very nice. of
And
them.
they offered to bring them in and help out with our Kids Zone because last year we were really lacking in a Kids Zone.
That's great.
But this year we do, and it's all free. There's no charge to go into the bouncy houses or anything, so.
Oh, they'll have a ball.
They'll have
Yep.
them all, yep.
hopefully we have good weather.
Yes, we'll hope for good weather.
And then maybe next year you can have babysitters, so.
Would you
So the
volunteer,
parents can leave the
ours?
kids there and take off running.
I think we got 3 volunteers
There you
already.
Now, one suggestion we did have, and we haven't quite worked out how to figure out how to do that, was people have asked if we have a place where if they purchase something, they could take it
And
and
leave.
leave
And
it
leave it.
and then come back and get it. And we haven't quite figured that one
Because
out.
some of the items are pretty big.
Mm-hmm. A lot of the vendors will hold them for you, you know,
Right.
if it's a big item. But, you know, if you got 2 or 3 packages and you don't want to feel like carrying them around, we were trying to figure out how we could do that, but we haven't quite worked that system out yet. So, because you hate to have bags in there and then give somebody the wrong bag, so you have to have.
You see a young mother with 2 kids trying to control, and
And
these
the
packages-
stroller's full.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
Oh, yeah.
And there are some who bring a stroller just for that purpose, so.
Did you get the house remodeled down there? Where the squirrels
Rosa
got in?
Austin.
Yeah, kinda, sorta.
Sort of? Okay.
Them squirrels, they find a way in, it doesn't make any
I know.
difference.
They like to have parties in there.
Do you
Huh?
have any suggestions?
They like to have parties in there. One
Who
year,
was it? Joan said she's seen 2 of them sitting out in the front on the sidewalk, looking at the house like, okay, how can I get in?
and And that one year when I went down there, Jamie showed me how they had a circle and they had their little piles of pecans like they were sitting
Oh,
around
yeah.
having a party.
That or a seance, you know, or voodoo or something, I don't know.
Something.
But they, I don't know. We've had the house patched out, what, 3 times now already, so, and every time you turn around, they find another way in, so,
Yeah,
They'll find a way.
They're
Yeah.
smart little
Yeah.
guys, for
Yes.
sure.
so.
We have a
But
call.
anyway,
We have a call.
that is my spiel for the Journey Thud.
Welcome to What's New. Why'd they hang up?
But
Guess they didn't want to talk to us.
hopefully I'll see everyone at Journey Thud.
Yes. Thanks, Brenda.
Thank you, Brenda. Thanks for coming. Okay, you guys have blue ribbons.
Is there supposed to be sound on the computers? People watching on
They
the
give me one of
computer?
those Mariana glues.
There should
They
be.
just said there's no sound. Somebody called and said there's no sound.
Oh, okay. That was your number calling here. What's his name?
This here goes with one of those.
It's for
blue
Don.
Don,
for
that's for Don, yeah.
Downstairs, what's his name?
Who?
The little boy. The kid downstairs.
I can't think of his name. Ask Mary Ann, she knows his name.
We need to tell him downstairs there's no sound.
There's no
What's
audio.
his name? No, don't go down.
Shelley,
Hey, Charlie, there's no sound down on,
you want to go down and
yeah.
tell them?
There's no sound, Charlie, if you can hear me.
Shelley will go tell them.
Okay. Somebody's coming down to talk about it. Well, that's not nice. Now, they'll just be sitting there with their
Unless they're gonna say lips, I have no idea.
I can't hear a thing they're saying.
We support our police. Okay.
I think he would have noticed that, wouldn't he?
Well, he should have.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who's down there tonight? Is it Don?
Charlie always is.
Charlie
Yeah,
is,
Charlie takes
yeah.
care of it.
Mm-hmm, okay.
Yeah, because he tells us he has to lift the sound sometimes. So
They said on the computer there's no sound.
it's just a computer
Just,
on
I believe
here.
just the computer.
Oh, okay, maybe it's not streaming good
Yeah, I
then.
don't know.
Okay, so I guess on the TV there is, so.
Yeah.
I assume.
Okay,
yeah.
you guys can talk about your ribbons and then whatever else you want to talk about.
Well, John, you
All
want
right.
to start?
Well, I guess you've seen, Marianne, I got a blue bow on my mailbox.
Yes, I was wondering about that.
All right, I've been watching on TV in Baldwin.
Go on, that's okay.
I've been in Baldwin, they have supporting the police.
Yes, I know. So.
And I
Hello, welcome to
decided
What's
to,
New? Hi, Randy, move your phone away from your
Hey,
television.
Ira,
Yes,
Rebecca, I just wanted to tell you, we can hear you loud and clear on the TV.
on the TV, okay, the computer, I think, is the one they were having trouble with.
Yeah, somebody probably just doesn't have their sound turned up.
That could be too. Okay, thanks. You got any other comments? Guess not.
Guess not. Okay, Lisa,
Yes.
but anyway, I decided it's time we start supporting our officers. They're very unhappy about the court system. And I think it's time we start supporting our police officers. So I called my good friend and neighbor Rosie, and it's time we kick off the the blue ribbons.
And they are beautiful.
And
and they're all assorted.
yeah, right. Myself, Chuck Oaks at the furniture store, Quality Muffler, Bob at Quality Muffler, and Rosie, we kick money in to get it going, so she can buy supplies, and any money left over, Shannon at Plaza Tires taking care of the money, or I'm not.
The donations.
At AutoZone, is taking
AutoZone.
care of the donations, and any money left over is going to Backstoppers, which I'm a member of, and the Masters, so.
Donations
Shannon at AutoZone.
at also.
AutoZone, yeah. So it's time to get behind our officers and show our support, so.
Well, I think so too.
I encourage everybody that can come to Rosie
Yeah,
Posey's
'cause-
on, what is that?
On 6th Street, 121 North, it's the only red house on the street. You can't miss it.
And she's loaded with bows.
Well, you know what? I posted on what's going on in St. Genevieve.
I saw
And
that.
as of today, I had 168 hits and 12 shares.
Isn't
And
that
people
great?
have come in all day today for their homes, for their businesses. People are asking me, will I have one for, I'm gonna come in tomorrow, I'm gonna come in Saturday. So I had them pre-made. I've been sitting in the evenings, now that Muni Band is over, I've been making them, while I'm watching TV. So I think I'm in support of our police too, because I want them to protect my business, my home. Because when we're gone, we've got, my grandson that is running around here right now, instead of sitting in a chair.
That's okay. As long as you don't go out the door.
That's right. Maybe he'll sleep good tonight. But I am in whole support for it, because
Could you put up a stand out at Country Mart or someplace with
I
it?
haven't yet, because I'm just...
She's got a business to run.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if they want them, they can come up to the shop, just stop by. Now I have been, because there are some shut-in people that have asked me over Facebook, could you bring me one? And I have, and she says, bring me the bow and I'll give you a delivery fee. So, it's just, yeah. And people have asked as they've come in, do I owe you anything? I said, no. If you want to make a donation, because it's not going to me, it's going to Backstoppers. And so people have. So I hope we do well with this. And I'd like to see a blue bow on everybody's mailbox or their car or in their hair or wherever you want to wear it.
So what gave you this idea?
Watching it on TV. Baldwin, Missouri.
Baldwin's doing it?
Yeah, they're behind, the officer is paralyzed.
Well, now they're starting
that's
an
right.
ice cream truck up in St.
Right.
Louis.
Oh, yeah.
They're taking
Yeah.
ice cream.
Yeah.
They bought a van for $16,000.
They had it donated, I
Yeah.
believe. And
And Farm Fresh, I think it was.
Hello, welcome to
like,
Let's
then they give them the first 6,000.
Hello? Oh, that was the wrong number. It's from Kansas City, Missouri. Somebody from Kansas City, unless they're watching on their...
Yeah.
Maybe they're from here.
And saying it doesn't work.
It doesn't work. I can't hear you. So they started the bows in Baldwin for the officer.
Yes, and when John came in Friday night and said, can you make me a blue bow? And I thought, well, why don't I just go ahead and make blue bows? Why don't I just go ahead and do it? I told John, I said, I'm doing it for free. Whoever wants a blue bow, I'll make a blue bow. I think that our community needs to get behind them, and because, like I said, here we are with my grandkids, my business, my home, our streets, so, yeah.
Because I can remember as a kid, I used to be able to walk the street or
Yes.
come from a function at 11:30. Nobody bothered you.
I know, and now when my granddaughter in
Never locked the
daylight, yeah, when Madison wants to ride downtown and her bicycle, it's like, okay, you call me as soon as you get back. You let your mother know, you come here, because you just don't know, and it's scary.
It's sad when you have to tell your kids, call me when you get there, and call me when you
You're gonna
leave.
sleep like
It
this.
It's
is.
really bad. I was raised by a policeman,
Yeah,
so
and we played outside till dark when the street lights came on. John knows.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when the
They-
street lights came on, that's when you went home. Your parents didn't worry, they knew you were coming.
I think it's a real good idea.
Yeah.
It's a terrific idea.
Yeah, it is.
I'll put this on the car and Holton White runs off with it.
Well, if they do, I can make you another
Yeah, I'll
one.
put it on there. Go to Rosie's and pick one up, leave mine.
That's
Leave mine
right.
alone, go to Rosie.
Don't steal this.
That's really a great idea. I think that's neat. I'll wear that.
Yeah, so,
So, okay. Anything else?
like I said, just support our police.
Got any other functions going?
Well, as you know, I resigned from the Board of Aldermen.
Heard
I
that.
just, I'm unhappy with the way it's going. I guess I've been towing so long, I think I got it figured out. I think I went through 5 coroners, numerous sergeants of the Highway Patrol, 3 sheriffs, and a ton of chief of police, and I feel right now we have one of the best chief of police we've had in a long time. And the police are frustrated with the court system. That's why we're losing all of our police officers. They're leaving and going elsewhere. They're fed up with it. And I'm vowed this court system is going to change, and I seen...
And I think that's going to take writing to our Congress
Well-
and our Senate, because
I agree, their hands
their
is tied,
hands are tied, yeah.
but it's way beyond before that, and it's going to get changed. I mean, we have a city prosecutor and a city attorney all in one. That has to change. I've talked in the last 6 months to Chief of Police in Arnold, to down south, to the west. They all said it's got to change. Ferguson just a month ago changed. They separated it. And that ought to tell you something. I mean, it's sad these police officers are so frustrated, and that's what I said. It's time we get behind them and show our support, and maybe we won't lose a lot of good officers from here on out.
It's a shame there's so many irate people out there taking and shooting at policemen when they're dead. When one of these days, those people need them,
Yeah, oh yeah.
and they're taken away from their own family by destroying police.
You know, it's sad. I know people in St. Louis that have, they years ago you wanted to buy an ex-police car. They parked them. They're scared to death they're going to get shot going down the road. I talked to them in St. Louis. A lot of them won't even drive them anymore. They don't have the markings or no nothing, but they got the spotlight and they're scared.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame the way our country's getting. It's just not here, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
This is really the idea that you came up with.
Yeah.
Yes, and there, I make large ones and I make smaller ones. And I can make them for your hair too. So, whatever size you want. The girls over at AutoZone,
Big one for your business.
yes, the girls over at AutoZone are wearing them in their hair.
Are they really?
Yeah. It's really, people's really been asking what's going on with the blue bowl.
Yeah.
This-
I saw that. I was gonna call you up and ask you why you had a blue bowl out there.
Are you guys gonna put it in the newspaper?
Oh, absolutely.
I think so, yeah.
And I think, too, somebody's got blue light bulbs I saw. Is that-
Yes, because Debbie, she was also posting on what's going on in St. Genevieve in with my post, and she's buying a case of them. They'll be in, I think I read August the 2nd,
Okay.
yeah.
So you can
So,
put
I think
blue
they're,
light bulbs on your porch also.
yes,
And that's pretty cool.
yes.
Who's
For me-
doing this?
Debbie Dahl, yeah,
And she's St. Mary's, right?
yes.
So you'll probably have to call her to get the bulbs.
I sent her a message and told her I needed 4 of them.
Oh, okay.
Because I've got my
So you
house,
can
my
message
daughter's
her,
house,
yeah.
my shop, yeah, yes.
So maybe one of the other businesses will pick up something,
They just might, yeah.
sell them.
I think they said if you want one ahead of time, right now, they're $229 at like Home Depot.
Oh,
They have
Home
'em.
Depot has them?
Yeah, but since she was buying a case, I don't know if she got a better price on them, but, you know, that's what I read, you know, so. And I told her just drop mine off when she picks her bows up.
So the small bows for the hair,
Yeah, and even smaller. You can, like, these here would be really good for your, like, businesses, your gates out on your trees if you want to. And I have a size about like this, it's for your mailbox. And then the bow ones are about, well, for your hair about like so. And I make them out of assorted different ribbons. I'm using outdoor ribbons so they hold up longer. So, you know, that way they don't flop. What you've got is wired ribbon, well, that'll stay up well too. You know.
Right.
Eventually the sun will fade them,
oh,
but
definitely, it always
but-
does.
the younger generation.
They're gonna be very
They are
tired.
gonna sleep well
They're gonna
tonight.
sleep like logs.
We had all the pitter patters you hear, we have some little children in here that are helping entertain us tonight.
Yeah. They were they were the blue bowl handlers.
So
Yes,
they're having fun.
yes.
Means we don't have much more to talk about. Why don't Chuck talk
Yeah,
about
he
his
can talk about it.
appliance.
Yeah.
Let him talk about his appliances
He's got
and
a
the
sale,
TVs
too.
he
Don't you have
he
a
added
sale
to
going on?
We
his,
do have a sale.
that you added to your line
I
out
saw
there.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
We can even talk about the Christmas
You
party
haven't
coming
been here
up.
for a while,
You know, it has been a while.
you know? So you can just promote all you want.
Well, I stopped by here just,
See if it's Kansas City.
uh-oh.
Hello, welcome to What's New.
Oh, yes, I'd like to make a comment.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Bob Browning, and I think that one of the biggest problems we have here is our Judge Inman. We get rid of that man and start getting people that's honest in here. I think the town will change a little bit. I've had a bad dealing with Judge Inman, and I know what I'm talking about.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you for calling in.
Okay.
Well, anyway, Chuck, talk about your addition to your business out there.
Whoops, hit the wrong button. Okay,
Well, right now, this week, we got a big sale going on. We've got a green tag sale on appliances up to 30% off, and then we got store-wide up to 50% off on a lot of in-stock furniture. We're leaving out, me and my family, for Vegas this weekend for a furniture show. 3 million square feet. What an awesome showroom it is.
I bet. Oh,
Yeah,
my
so we're
goodness.
gonna be gone for about a week out there, so, we're trying to liquidate some of the older stuff and, bring the newest trends, you might say, that, some of the newest products out there and keep everything fresh and looking good, so. This Saturday, we're gonna have, a little customer appreciation along with our sale. We're gonna have hot dogs and waters for those who stop by. And, you know, we just opened a mattress store in Perryville, right next to Walmart. It's
Oh,
called
did you?
Mattress World, yes. And our main goal for doing that, not only we sell Serta, Simmons, Sealy, and Tempur-Pedic down there, so all the great, and Campbell mattresses as well. So we do have a local Missouri company down there, but it's, we're right there by Walmart, so our hopes are to send a lot of people from Perryville up here to buy a sofa or appliances or whatever their needs might be. So it was just another way to try to promote our business here in another community.
Right. Did Ross close down there?
He did.
Yeah.
He's down in Jackson.
Oh, he did, Jack.
He's still in business.
Oh, he's still in business.
Yeah, he just closed that location and bought a new, nicer building in Jackson and focused on all
I
this.
noticed it was empty and I didn't know if he just closed that or moved or what.
So, yeah, I just want to invite everybody to stop by, take advantage of a great opportunity. You know, we've got up to 50% off, and that's a huge discount.
That's this
So,
weekend?
yes. And
Starting on Saturday? Or-
it's going on all weekend, but it will wind up in Saturday, will be the last day.
So it's on now?
It's going on right now.
Right now
yes,
through
yes.
Saturday.
The paper came out, and we're on the bottom corner showing all the details
Okay.
on the front page. So then me and John's working on our Christmas giveaway.
You ever come to one of our Christmas parties? For the kids?
You know, last year we gave away probably 500 presents. And it was, we had Mr. and Mrs. Claus there, and they was there probably for 5 hours.
Is this in addition to the one the police does? I mean.
Oh, yeah, that's Shop with the Cops you're
Shop
talking
with the
about.
Cops.
Yeah,
This is
we
in
still, we
addition to
support that too.
Yeah, we support that. This is something extra we wanted to do. I mean, we gave away bicycles. I mean, really nice, a lot of nice gifts, you know, and glad that at our store.
And we try having it the Saturday of the Christmas parade.
Saturday
It's easy to
Christmas,
remember.
Oh, okay.
We normally have a bounce house. This year, John's working on a special deal for us. We're gonna have some kids, a lot of kids treats that we're working on, something to really get them more involved. And that's what it, you know, that time of the year, that's what it's for, mainly is children. So that's,
Right.
we just enjoyed doing it for the last 2 years and look forward for this year to be even bigger and better.
It's our way of giving back to the community.
It is our way to give back. You know, last year we had one of Tempur-Pedic's representatives down, and he thought it was so awesome. He was taking pictures and sending it to his corporate bosses, and they couldn't believe something like that.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, he just really got excited, and he's going to bring his children down this year to take part of it. And I mean, there was a line probably 200 foot long. I mean,
Isn't
like I
that
said,
great?
we had a great Mr. and Mrs. Claus, and I don't think they even took a break. They just were so faithful, and we gave every kid Subway cookies. We had Subway cookies. Everybody got a cookie and a picture of Santa Claus. And then they went by and got their presents and got hot dogs. So it was just a good afternoon. I mean, really good.
That
So-
is, that's, anything to see the smile on the kid's face.
Oh, my gosh. It is,
Yeah, that's why I always thought that Shop with a Cop was great, but this
Oh,
is
yeah.
really great
Yeah,
too.
yeah. No, we're very supportive of the Shop with the Cops and Mr. McCarty.
oh, he does a wonderful
Yeah.
job.
He does,
Yeah.
he's really,
Yeah,
really
we
does.
just, me and him was talking about that this week.
That was a
It's
wonderful
time to get
idea he
started.
had, and it's really grown.
Well, you know, it takes a while to get that going. And start collecting and all,
Yeah,
you know.
but it gets bigger every
December,
year.
well, but December will be here in no time.
Oh, I know.
You know.
Yes.
Yes, tomorrow's, I mean, well, not tomorrow, but pretty soon
Monday
it's
is
1st of August.
Yeah, yeah.
And then long.
Our big finale, I feel, is the Veterans Day,
That is an
the
awesome,
meal.
that is an
We're
awesome
doing that
deal.
again this year too.
Are we gonna be busboys?
Well, you gonna be a bus boy? I'm game if you're
I
game.
think we are, I think we should, but last
Now,
year
what do
was
you
a
do
huge
for
success.
Veterans Day?
The veterans got a meal at the Genevieve Cafe.
Yeah, we,
That was, let me see, that was myself, Chuck Oaks Furniture, Quality Muffler, in St., what'd she go by up there? Jamie up there at the Flash?
Jamie at the
And then Tower Rock.
entire rock.
You had a good turnout.
I
for that.
remember when you did that,
Yeah,
yes.
we're doing that again this year.
You know, and I mean,
That's
every
great.
veteran could go there and get a meal, anything off the menu, and she done, I mean, that was, we didn't really think of how that would affect her, but she done a really good job of
Yeah,
making
'cause she's
sure-
got a pretty big menu.
Yeah.
It's a big menu, so that was
Okay,
really.
it's wide open, or anything you want.
It was quite a
Bring in an
chore.
extra cook or two.
My wife come out of hibernation. She used to work at Frida's. She worked that day. She did. She used to work at Frida's.
We had
The lady, I think that was Jason Smith.
Jason Smith's
Wasn't it?
assistant. He
She-
stopped by, but
Yeah,
she
she
stayed
stayed
there.
all day and worked.
really?
And worked
Boy,
there,
isn't
yeah.
that great?
And it was really.
I wish I knew her name. I can't think
Yeah,
of it.
she's the one that runs the office over in Farmington.
She stayed all day and
She
worked.
stayed all day and was working until the very end. Yeah, it was,
Well, I heard good things about that dinner. That was really neat.
And
You
that
know,
was
and-
what I seen at
and on-
Ponderosa at Richardson Road. I touched
John,
it.
yeah, you know, John seen it and just touched him. He wanted to bring it down here to this community that he loves so much. You know?
Oh, Ponderosa did it in.
They do it every year. And
Do they really?
The year before last I was there and I walked around and talked to some of the veterans. They give them a free meal all day.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, John called me and said, "Hey, I got a great idea." You know,
Brainstorm.
He's good for coming up. with
John
ideas.
has a
Chuck-
bunch of good
Chuck
ideas.
Bailey.
John
Chuck was all
always
in.
has an idea.
He just needs help to make it materialize.
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
Well, I just-
yeah, he just, you know what? St. John is really, really lucky to have a citizen like John Stupi.
And the people are so supportive in town.
And we have a great,
Great.
you know, I live in Perryville, but when I come up, I get off on M Road just to see the way this scenery lays. It is such a beautiful, beautiful area. So I get excited every day when I get off to just get to work. And my two boys, they both live here in St. John, and both of them, one's a sheriff's deputy. So I really appreciate the blue ribbons. and my other's a paramedic, so but they're in the community service.
Right.
And it's really, it's a shame that we live in such a crazy, evil world.
Isn't it?
Oh, it's terrible.
And it gets worse every day.
And it gets worse, but without them, we would all be in big trouble.
That's for sure.
Like you were saying a while ago, them or their families could need their help. And while people are running especially after 9/11, when people are running out of buildings, they're running in it. That's having a heart for helping others.
You can, all you can do,
That's right.
because they really need support.
Yep.
They needed it years ago and they still need it.
But it's good that there is awareness and people do step up. That was another, John called me with this idea. and it's awesome. And you know what? It's just awesome to be able to be part of it because, it's good to have causes that you can help support.
It's a small thing just making a bow, but it could make a big difference.
Exactly.
Make a great difference.
Exactly.
Just the awareness part,
And
people
I-
seeing it.
I just think, like when the officers are patrolling, there's a blue bow, there's a blue bow, there's a blue bow. I think
Makes them
it's
feel
got
good.
to make them
Cha-
feel
yeah,
good.
change their attitude.
Yeah,
And,
that they really are wanted and,
Appreciated.
appreciated is, yeah. Because
So
I'd
did-
hate to see what it'd be like if we didn't have any at all.
Right.
Like,
If you
you're
have any
everywhere.
questions, call us. Our line's open, 883-7675.
You got it.
Well, I know anytime I've dealt with any of them, they've been really, really nice officers. I am not kidding you. Because the chief of police he come down and help put me in the ambulance that one day. I had a terrific fall. He just had me off duty. But really, they are very supportive of everything you do. And they come in and something happens in front of your house. I've had that happen too. They come in and they knocked on my door and explained to me what was going on and that there was, I was not in any danger. They explained why they were there and what was going on, and they said just stay in the house and you'll be okay. And I think that is wonderful,
It is wonderful.
because they could have just stood out there and the heck with you, you figure it out.
Well,
But they were very nice.
They took that oath to serve and protect, and that's the service part of it. So it's good, and you feel good about getting the information that you need, so you don't have to wonder. You know what's going on.
That's happened 3 times, and each time they were very, very nice, really good. And I really appreciated it too,
That's good.
because then I knew what to stay in the house. I knew I was okay. But they do need our support.
So what else you want to talk about, Mary Ann? Mr. Weiner, you got anything to say? Ethel, you might as well come up and join.
Hey, John, just keep up what you're doing.
Just
I'll follow you. I'm the little
I'll tell you
guy.
one thing, he's a heck of a good neighbor.
Ma'am?
He's a heck of a good neighbor.
Yeah, he ain't a neighbor of mine.
He's right next door to me. And I really appreciate it.
Hey, I support him all the way through.
Absolutely.
I mean, I told the wife I wouldn't say nothing tonight, but I lie a lot.
You lied, Carl. I heard you. I heard your voice.
I actually think I told John a couple weeks ago, I said, yeah, somebody moves away from one of your next door neighbors, call me because I'll move in.
someday we're gonna get him to St. Genevieve, trust me. He'll be moving up
Isn't the
there.
house down the street for sale, Bullards?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get him in St. Genevieve.
There's a lot of houses for sale in St. Genevieve.
There
Get you in our neighborhood.
Oh, you still live in Perryville?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what he,
There's nothing wrong with living in Perryville.
No, but someday we'll get him up here.
But my wife works in Perryville, so I didn't want her to commute, but as soon as
I'm
she...
originally from Perryville. I went to St. Vincent's.
Sure.
Yeah.
Perryville's a good community too, but like I said earlier, I get excited when I get off M Road. I mean, it's just, there are so many breathtaking views here.
There
and
is.
people don't even realize it. And I was telling
This is
them,
beautiful country around here.
That it is.
very beautiful.
I keep thinking Perry rat. God. That goes way back.
That goes
Like
way
in the
back.
50s.
Yeah, way back.
Perry rat.
I was reading in the paper the other day, the 100 years, 75 years, and they were talking about a big celebration they had down at St. Mary's. Now, I'm going to tell how old I am because I remember when there was a high school at St. Mary's.
Yes.
There was,
We played
that was a
volleyball
big
down there.
area down there, and they had the Celine Inn where they had the picnics all the time. And I can remember us coming up and going to the picnic there at the Celine.
I remember Celine Inn, it was there when I was.
Yeah.
Went there dancing all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I played for dances up at Lawball's Hall. Yeah. And carrying those amplifiers and stuff up those stairs, not fun, but we did it.
But you were young. You were young.
I
then.
was young, yeah.
Yeah, a lot
And
of
another thing, St. Mary's used to be so big.
Oh, yeah.
Look at it.
Man, the
Eloise
beautiful park.
Talapic had a picture of St. Mary's many years ago, I guess, when she was young, from back then. That, everything, I mean, Main Street all the way back, full of houses.
Really?
Oh my
Yeah, and a
gosh, you ought
beautiful
to see
park.
that picture.
Oh, yeah, I
Oh,
remember
they're just
that.
houses
They had one of the
everywhere.
most beautiful parks around.
Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh.
It was so big, I said, that can't be St. Mary's. They said, yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Because when I was in high school, one of my classmates lived in one of those homes that was destroyed after the flood, and he was also the one that played music also, so anybody that played music, well, you know.
Well, yeah, the whole street there,
Yeah.
the whole highway used to
Yeah.
be full of houses.
Yeah, because, well,
Years
the
ago.
Hollands from down there.
But this was probably back in the maybe 20s, 30s.
Back the park was, yeah. I remember Grandpa having an old newspaper, and I'd never, myself, never seen the park, but it was in this old newspaper that Grandpa had.
Where was the park located at?
It was on the main drag there,
Oh, really?
yeah.
I don't
Part of it
remember.
was,
It was
but I
down
remember.
around
On
where
the
the
other
curve
side?
Where
is.
the curve,
Where the
yeah.
curve is, yeah. that's
On the
where-
other side of the highway or on this side, as you're going the right?
On your left side as you're going up.
On
and
the
down.
left.
On the left, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
There used to be stores over there too, all the way through there.
Oh, my Lord, yeah, they even had a
Oh, yeah.
hardware store.
Hardware
so-
store and a clothing store
Yes.
and a good restaurant. The restaurant was really good. We worked at St. Mary's at the factory. We used to go down there, walk down there and eat lunch.
I worked at the factory too. It was one of the, when I first met Sam.
Yeah, Prince Gardner there.
Yeah.
Yep.
my
During the
gosh,
day, I was
you'd
an
never know.
employee, and during the night shift, I was a supervisor.
Yeah, things sure change over
Yeah.
the years, don't they?
Yeah, they do, but I do like the antique mall.
And another thing, when we used to have the skating rink in St. John.
Oh, you had a skating rink?
And a bowling alley.
Welcome to What's New.
If you think career politicians are a good thing, you should probably hang up. But if you're tired of career politicians,
Oh, that's a.
That's a
Political-
robocall.
I think that was for John Stupi. He was calling to try to get you to endorse you.
Oh, my goodness.
Another laugh for What's New.
Well, I can tell you something that is going to go on in St. Genevieve this Saturday from 11 to 1. The German band is playing on the corner down there by Sarah's Ice Cream Shop.
They've been doing that, haven't they?
Really?
That
From
is
11 to
so
1,
nice.
we will be playing, yes.
And then there's people walking around in
Yes.
costume on Saturdays.
Oh,
And
my
that's a
gosh.
nice addition to St. John too.
And you're there at the right time, you can hear me sing Edelweiss. I don't play the clarinet, then I sing, yeah.
You can sing it right now if you want to.
Yeah, so that's, we play for a couple hours down there.
Yeah.
And
that's
we
nice
will
that
this
they
month
do
and
that.
next month also later in the month. And then, of course, for Jour de Fête, the German band, both days, noon to 2. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing they started doing. That's
Yeah.
when you drive through town, it's real joyful on Saturdays.
Yeah, and there are benches there, people do sit and listen to
They
us,
were,
they applaud,
last week
and
it was,
yes.
I mean, the last time.
I love the benches around, everybody's got
Yes.
benches now. That's neat, because old people like me, they want to sit down.
You need to take a
Well,
break.
Mary Ann, I'm not old, but I sit in front of the anvil
You ain't
once in a
old.
while.
Mary Ann, you're not old.
Huh?
I said, she's not old.
Oh, yes, I am.
I bet you I beat you.
Well, you might beat me, but I'm old.
Are you in your 80s?
Ma'am,
Are you in your 80s?
I'm going on 86.
86?
Right.
Well, you're not that much older.
Don't tell you your age.
I can
You're not
tell
that
you
much
my
older.
age, I'm 75.
Who?
Who are you?
John just turned this place around.
Yeah, I'll be 76 in January.
Hey, you don't look it.
Are you really?
Thank you.
I lied.
Yeah, I will. I'll be 76 in January.
Older than you.
But Mary Ann, down the road, I am gonna come back and talk to you. I don't know if any of yous know Dee up at Triangle Inn.
Yes,
Very nice lady.
yes, very nice.
But she doesn't know any of the business. I think, what did she tell me? A few weeks ago, she's been here for what? 10 years, 11 years, maybe more?
She's been here for quite a while.
Yeah, and she doesn't know none of the other businesses, and we're gonna start
Oh, you're,
some kind of like
Been
a,
to mine once.
yeah, small business where we meet and just,
that's.
different one knows what
Everybody knows.
different,
They
and I,
have lunches.
well, something, I mean, you know, I don't have nothing fully against the chamber, but, you know, they want $250 a year, and a lot of these are struggling, your small businesses, and we're gonna do something to try where we meet once a month or whatever, and just kinda, she's been suggesting that, and now that I'm out of politics, we're gonna run with it. So-
You're not out of politics.
Oh, no, I'm not out, but
You're just
I'm on the
taking a rest,
outside.
yeah.
I'm on the
Now
outside.
you can make a voice heard.
But I want to thank the people in Ward 2 that have been very supportive, and I'm going to really rally behind the police department now. We're going to get the things back on track.
And maybe it would be a good idea, since he had that letter in the paper about they've got certain rules and regulations, which we all know they do, that things that are wrong with the system, we get letters and send them to our representatives where they can make bills to change things.
Well, there's a few
I mean, that's the
people,
only way you're gonna change anything.
there's a few people I want to meet with. I'm going to meet with Judge Holzkamp. I have a lot of respect for him.
Definitely.
And we're going to meet. I want all the police officers there with Chief Bennett, and that way they can air out their differences, how they feel. I personally, I don't think it's right when an officer in court, they never ask them, do they have a suggestion? I said 2 months now, and I've never seen an officer ask one time, do you have any input in this before? And I don't know, Mary Ann, you were the clerk for a lot of years. Did they ever ask an
30
officer?
years.
Did they ever ask an officer their input on anything?
I've seen it a couple times, but not often.
I just think this day and time they should get the officer's input too. You can see he's hurt when it gets thrown out or whatever. I mean, I watched the expressions on their faces and all, and it
And
just,
that happens all the way,
I realize,
all
I
the
know,
way up
I know.
everywhere, in
I know.
every community.
Yeah, right.
Every
It's
time I
not
get
only ours, it's
situation-
ever.
Every
Right.
time I think about
That's why the
court-
laws need to be changed. I mean, they
Well,
need
but
to
the
be
court systems
tweaked.
too, if you've been watching St.
Well,
Louis
that's what I
City,
mean. They need
Chief
to
Dotson's
be-
furious at what, you know, they arrest him and,
They need to be tweaked.
yeah, yeah.
When
The
Judge
rules.
Sexar was judge, bless her heart, she, this older gentleman came up and he got stopped for driving. And Judge Sexar said, "Sir, when did you lose your license?" And he said, "I didn't lose my license." And she said, "Well, what happened to him?" He said, "I never had no license." And she said, "Excuse me, sir?" And he said, "I didn't need no driver's license. I knew how to drive, so I just drove."
Yeah.
And I never will forget that because the look on Elaine's face was, I can't believe this.
And maybe he honest to God thought that was
He
the way it
honestly
was.
thought it was all right because
Just 'cause
he
he
never
knew how to
had to have a license. He never was stopped.
Well, years and years ago, you did not need a
Yeah.
license, yeah.
So maybe you should have grandfathered in.
Rather than just say, I don't have a
Oh,
license.
Lord, I tell you.
But talking
And that was
about,
probably in the 60s, how when
Yeah.
that happened.
talking about the court system, I guess I'm gonna pick on that, but there was a couple of them in there for hit and runs with no insurance. I watched the other night on the news, if you've seen that on Channel 4, over
I've seen that.
70,000 tickets is written a year in the state of Missouri for no insurance. Over 70,000
It's a big number.
statewide.
And that's bad because this is an honest to God story. It sounds far-fetched. Mom and I were going out 4th Street here. We were almost at the Triangle out there. All of a sudden, this truck comes like this out of Pete Bowman's. Comes around. Mom says, he's not going to stop. I said, well, I guess I better get out of the way. Well, I started to move, and that truck hit me head on. I mean, his back to my front. There was no one in it. It jumped out of gear and took off and just come right around and smacked me. And he had no insurance. No insurance.
It's probably more common than you think.
Yeah, it is.
I bet it is.
I was
bet it
hit
is.
several years ago by a guy, and he never had any insurance. And that number you gave me, and he didn't lose his license or anything. And I actually got on the shoulder, and he still hit me. I mean, he came all the way across in my whole lane and hit me.
That's freaky.
Yeah. And,
Now, I have to take credit for this. Our court system, whenever they came in here for driving without insurance, it went straight into Jeff City and their license. They weren't allowed to drive.
And that's the way it should be.
So I don't know
That's the way it should be.
how that still goes, but that's the way it was when I was a court
I
clerk.
don't know, they just gotta come back with a valid insurance card. I don't know what that's got to do with
Yeah,
hitting
but
a
see,
car
that don't
months
work.
ago.
That don't work because you can go buy insurance for a month
Right,
and let it,
cancel
And let it
or
lapse.
Yeah.
lapse,
yeah. Yep. So, it's scary out there on the road.
yes. Those big trucks are what's scary.
Oh, yeah, everything's scary
Oh.
now, Mary Ann.
And there, one of the guys that used to drive one of those big trucks, 4-wheeler, 14-wheeler, he told me that it takes a whole football field for them to stop. And
It
that
does.
when people pass them and cut right in, that it really scares them.
Ask Sam about that.
And it makes
Him
them,
being- he
it
drove
makes them
over the
feel
road all
really,
those
really bad
Yes.
because they're afraid they're gonna hit that guy.
Or run over them.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And that's what he told me. He said, that is the scariest thing.
Yeah.
When they pass you and they come over around you and just go, yeah. He said, because it takes us a whole football field to
I
stop.
respect them, and I will not be on their blind side. Of course, being married to a truck driver, I understand what they're going through, which a lot of people don't. And I think that some people ought to learn what goes on in those big rigs. So,
They're hauling the goods that we need.
That's right.
yep,
So anyway, I wish them all the best of luck, and
Yep.
I decided I wasn't gonna bash anybody tonight. I'd just touch on the court system and be nice, and
And that's the
You
only,
did good, John.
yeah, you did real good.
You did.
But that's
You
the
need a
only.
gold star.
but it can only get better for the aldermen on there. It's just.
And that's the only way
it-
things are gonna change
That's
is
it,
to write to the
absolutely.
representatives
Yeah,
and call them. Because they're the ones that put the bills out to make our laws.
I just wish that some people, I don't know who he is, I have an idea who he is, but I do wish that some people, when they hit someone, please stop, don't take off. Because I was coming down 4th Street. I was going up 4th Street. And this guy, I'm going like, I'm gonna say it, I don't care. I was going up 4th Street and this guy just kept coming over and over and over, and I thought, I can't move any place because these houses have this rock wall here. I can't go anywhere, but he keeps coming. He keeps coming. And all of a sudden he looks up and he's right on my thing and he hits my mirror right by my window.
And then you left, huh?
Yeah, he hit it and boy, he was gone. And the guy behind tried to look back to see if he could see who it was. Never did. He just wham and hit me. I mean to tell you, it popped.
Oh, I bet.
And I got a big mark like that on that mirror. His red paint. But he never bothered to stop. And I know he was on something. He was not watching what he's doing. Because he just... he probably was on his cell phone.
Texting.
But he didn't. He just... I mean, he was practically sitting in my lap. Scared the living daylights out of me, and I couldn't go anywhere because there's a rock wall there. Oh, but he never stopped. He was down over that hill on that railroad track like you wouldn't believe. Because one gentleman, he was really nice. He, I didn't even catch his name, but he turned around and came back to see if I was okay. Because he was right behind. He said, I just knew he was going to hit you, and I was going to hit you too. But it's so, I mean, if you make a mistake, good grief, own up to it and do something. Check and see if the person's all right.
Yeah.
Don't just wham into them and take off. And some people in this town got a bad habit of that. Because they rammed in my back end too, and I got a whole scratch across there, and I haven't seen them either.
They're out to get you, Mary.
I know they're out to get me.
Did you make somebody mad, Mary Ann?
Huh?
Did you make somebody mad?
I don't know, I must have. Because boy, they got my whole one side. I don't think they like me. I didn't do anything. But I did now, because I let them know. I didn't think it was very nice of them.
It wasn't very nice.
What did I hear today? Special Road wants to do Market Street?
You gotta be kidding me.
That's what I hear.
I have enough trouble getting out of that driveway.
No, what are you talking about, Mary Ann? They're gonna redo it. Fix it.
Yeah, I know, but then they'll be there.
They'll be in her way.
Oh, but we can live with
It's
that. Our
like when they
street's
were
falling
trimming
apart.
the trees. Where do you think that truck parked to trim the trees? In my driveway. Trimming the trees here and over here and over here in my
But that's
driveway.
just short-lived. They'll move on. But no, I think you're gonna redo Market Street. I heard that's falling apart fast.
It is falling apart.
Fast.
Oh, it's bad.
All the streets,
All the streets are
Tell
falling
me
apart.
about, the only thing I would like to see is that's one thing I vowed, I would love to see sidewalks out Market Street. There's a lot of kids that
Oh,
walk out.
yes.
Definitely.
I have no qualms about that.
No,
They
I
can-
think we should need to apply for some of that wholesome grant for that.
I have no qualms with that. They can go across my front yard.
Yep.
That's fine with me.
I know up on 6th Street, I know we own our sidewalks because my grandpa who owned the house, that's what they did. They took
They each
X
did
amount
in
of
front
feet
of
of
their
property,
house.
and so I own my sidewalk.
Right.
Well, I
and
don't,
another
That's how
place,
they solved the problem of not having enough money back
yeah.
then.
Yeah.
and another place that is in such bad shape is when you're coming off 3rd Street, where Pud Klein used to live there.
Yes.
That sidewalk from there down to 3rd Street, that is horrible.
Yeah.
But oh well.
Let's figure out let's win the lottery, Mary Ann.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been waiting to win the lottery and I haven't won it
Maybe
yet.
the city needs to take chances.
Maybe if we could get Lucent back or something in there.
There's some more
whatnot.
industry in town, and that
Yes,
produces,
you know.
generates revenue,
We
which,
have the little
They should
grandpas. Oaks Furniture is the little grandpas over in that
They should
area.
get a committee together to form a city. I went to City Hall when I was young, like in my 20s. Come on, you guys, we need to no, it wasn't in my 20s, because they were still, after all the stores left, whenever that was, I went there. We need to have somebody build the city. We're working on it. 5 years later, went back, told them the same thing. Well, we're working on it.
Yeah.
The third time, 5 years later, we're working on it. After that, I didn't go back no more. They weren't working on it. They were lying. But if there was a committee that would get a clothing store, shoe store, and all the people who live in this community would buy from them instead of shopping
Absolutely.
up the road or down the road.
You're forced to.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Exactly. But when the businesses do come in town, if the people would support them, they would be able to stay open. Because we used to have Heiser Shoe Store
Oh, yeah.
and Markham Shoe Store, Hogue Shoe
Hogue's.
Store,
Fleets.
and Rogers, and
Floor
Fleets.
hands.
Whatever,
Hands.
yeah.
Yeah, floor
I
hands.
said Markham, but it was Floor Hand.
You didn't have
And then we
to-
had
right in between.
Ammonia's Clothing, we had Doraloo, we had Rogers,
Oh, yeah.
we had, wasn't there another one
There's one out there in the plaza, where's that?
before the plaza?
Oh, for the plaza, yeah, there was one on, when I first came here in 60, there was one. I can't think of it.
Ammonia had one on the corner, Rogers,
So did
Doraloo,
McNeese's,
Magnesis, yeah.
yeah.
And then there were grocery stores, there was Loblaws, no, Ike & Lobs, out on 6th Street, way out in that end of the town. There was Jerry's Superette, there was
Colliers,
Collier's, and there was, what was her name? The lady down on the corner.
the lady that lived on the corner, she lived,
I can't remember her name, but anyway, there was a store down on the other corner too.
Can't think of her
Uptown here,
name.
there was Kettings, there was Kroger's, there was Clover Farm.
and there was a tavern on every
Oh,
corner.
yeah, I guess
coming to that one next.
Every
we
tavern.
remember the
on-
tavern
They're all
up
tavern on
on Main
every
Street.
corner.
Yep, Steve and Andy's.
Yep.
And you know what?
Stopped in there many
Yep.
times, got a soda going over.
The people shopped in town back then, and that's why they could exist. They did not run up
When
the,
I ran
Up
for
the
office
highway
in
and down the highway.
77, there was 15 taverns,
I would believe that.
because I had to make a
That's
list
the first
for
thing I
them.
said when I moved here in 60, there was a tavern on every corner.
Yes.
Yeah, and they all did good business.
Yeah, they did.
I thought, oh boy.
Well, anyway, see that Don gets his,
I will see
Oh,
that
and,
Don gets that.
Yeah, here's one for that.
So anybody else got anything else to say, talk about?
Yes, Saturday, everybody go down to
Downtown,
downtown to see the
Downtown.
German band.
yep.
Right.
come and visit Chuck
They come
Olson.
visit me afterwards and get a hot dog.
And get a hot
music and
dog,
beer.
and have your lunch, and you
And
can
they'll buy
new
your furniture for half
Yeah.
price.
And buy your furniture for half
And a
price.
bargain.
Yep, I'm
And a
looking for a
bargain.
recliner.
Awesome, I just brought in a lot more, so
Okay.
got a good
And
selection.
next show, which will be August the 10th, we're going to have Father Kleba. He wrote a book, Are You Still a Priest? And we're going to have Jean Reese over, and she's going to be talking about a mini show at the Welcome Center. And then, of course, the Jour de Fête. So we'll have guests from that maybe.
Okay.
No, they were here tonight.
No, they're here
'Cause they're-
tonight, because it'll be over with by then, right?
No, it's not over
No.
with, but they're
But it's
going to
so
be,
close.
they're going to be marking,
Streets.
getting
Marking
booths
the
ready.
streets and
So we
stuff.
just have to remember to talk about it. So everybody join us on August the 10th, 7 PM,
And
991.
thank you for being here tonight,
Yes.
Mr.
And go out and
Thank
support
you.
your police.
Yep, come
Jour
see
de
Come
me.
back and see us again,
I
Miss
will.
Strokes.
I will.
Yeah, it's been a long time since you've been here.
Good to see you again.
Good to be seen.
Maybe we'll come back and talk about the veterans
You
meal
know, we'll
or
come back, yeah.
Yeah,
'cause
come
this-
back.
Christmas party.
Yeah, both.
Maybe we
of
come
those.
on with Jeff McCarty.
You know
'Cause
what?
we support the Shop with the Cops also, that's a big.
I don't know if I can take you and Jeff at the same time.
You know, me and John put another event on, it was through Feed America, we had a food giveaway at our store.
Oh,
And,
really?
Chief Bennett came over even and helped serve at that. When he was talking about how.
You mean
he does a lot-
anybody could come there and eat that wanted to?
No,
Well,
it was
a
food to give away.
We bought a truckload of
Oh,
food.
you brought, oh, okay.
And, yeah, it was really awesome. Yeah. And,
So how did you pick who got it? Or did you just?
people just came
advertise?
They
in,
just
we
came.
advertised
Oh, I'll be darned.
and got, you know, just.
I missed that, I came and got
You
some.
know, I mean,
It was some nice stuff. I mean, you had frozen pizzas.
chicken.
There was what, a case of soda, was it?
Yeah, a case of
Three
soda.
Musketeers would have been
Yeah,
there.
that's what we would've came.
Cereal stuff, candy.
You know, it's through Missouri Food Bank.
Oh, okay, that's out of
yes.
Cape.
Yeah, Cape or Sykeston. And,
Don't they do St. Vincent de Paul too, they do?
I think they do
Yeah, they
that,
do.
so, I mean,
Yeah.
and it's good if other businesses will help do that, it keeps them going
Right.
as well, and keeps everything functioning, and it helps the community, you know, but there's people that has needs, so, you know.
Yes,
and,
there is.
Yes, and a lot of
I-
times, they run out of food before their month is up, which is the rules at most of the places.
Now, last.
Once a month you get food.
Last Saturday, they had a truck full of pet supplies for the
Stray
pets,
rescues?
for the pets, the abused pets, out at Tractor Supply,
Really?
yeah.
I've seen it done before and knew some stuff, so I kinda told my pastor, I said, well, I'd like to do it up in St. John, so he set it all up, and really didn't know how much work was involved, and I called John, I said, hey, there's people lining up, and everybody that I had working for me was busy with customers, and my wife was working, doing all she could do, and I called John, I said, man, I'm in trouble, where are you at?
You almost needed somebody for each thing.
And yeah, there was like, there was probably 10 different areas, you know, so you needed quite a bit of staff, and the truck driver that brought it was a preacher, so he helped, a pastor, and so I called John, and he said, well, I'll be there, I'm getting off the interstate now, and he called some people over at Hope Church, and they came over, and like I said,
Chief Bennett
Chief
come
Bennett
over?
came over and helped, and, you know, and these people was getting, you know, it was probably Dolly, they was, some of my girls, they was helping the people, because we was all the way in the back in our store, and they was taking dollies and wheeling it out, so a dolly full of all types of food, it was really,
My goodness, yeah.
I mean, it was
We did that at the
awesome.
bank one time, St. Vincent de Paul did.
Yeah, it's
A
awesome.
couple times down there at the bank. And I mean, they sent a lot of food.
Well, it was-
And that was in addition to the monthly, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's, so,
Yeah, so. Anyway,
So
Yep.
thank you,
All
gentlemen,
right.
for
thank
being
you for
here.
coming.
Welcome.
We'll come back again, and thank you for
Well,
what you
yes,
do.
anytime you want, give us a buzz and you're welcome.
So have a
most
good
welcome.
weekend, and we'll see you on the 2nd of, no,
You have
The
something to say,
10th of
Mr.
August.
10th of
I
August.
just wonder when it stand.
The 10th of
feels like
August.
to stand here again.
Well, are you coming back tomorrow night?
I might. I might just do that.
was that your regular?
No,
season?
Okay, good night,
Oh,
everybody.
Rosie,
See
that's
you
what-
on the 10th of August.
Chairs.
John,
Thank you
you
for
know I
coming.
came here every
Thank you
Thursday
for
when you
joining.
had